very Taylor Swift inspired. Obviously, she's an incredible songwriter. No one's probably gonna know this, but the first song I ever bought would have been Small by Amanda Falk. I don't even know who knows it. I just remember there's like 12,000 videos of me dancing around my house to it. Some of the songs that helped me get into songwriting would have been very Taylor Swift inspired. Obviously, she's an incredible songwriter. As well as I remember listening to Alec Benjamin on YouTube. He had like this one song called Water Fountain that I religiously listened to like every single day. I don't know why I had this obsession with it, and that's actually what kind of got me into my first song that I ever posted on YouTube. The first song I ever posted on YouTube was One Day. The theme behind One Day was, honestly, I don't know where it came from, but it was a full-on love song that I wrote when I was 13. I wasn't involved in any relationship at the time or had any crush of any sort. I was literally at a ballet school with all girls, so I didn't really have anything to draw from. So I think it was mostly me wanting to just put together some sort of story revolved around a boy and a girl and see how it would pan out. The first song I ever wrote, I think, was called My Own Little World. And I thought it was so good. I remember my family was like, please try it out for 1 second. But it was all over the place. It was like, sometimes I drift off into my little world. And when I'm in my world, I'm just a girl. there's fairies and unicorns who carry their honking horns. Like, it was just bull. Like, it was just not good at all. It was chaos. I wish I had written, honestly, the full Frank Ocean Blonde album. I think it is so good. To pinpoint one, it would be White Ferrari by Frank Ocean. That song has a concept that I just never would have thought of before I heard that song. And that's probably one of the worst things as a songwriter. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? But he kind of just paints the idea of the universe. Like, at one point, there's this one lyric that goes, I'm sure we're taller in other dimensions. You say we're small and not worth the mention. And if you actually see some of those visuals sometimes of how small the earth is in the grand scheme of the universe, to write a song about something like that is pretty insane. The first song I ever performed live was One Day. And it was not good because I was still a dancer trying to come into the music industry. So I had like a karaoke mic, no in-ears. I was like singing to my own made-up track, and I can't play the piano very well. Like, I just can't. And it was my own piano, and I was just singing it live, not being able to hear myself. And it was actually the first time I met my managers for the first time. So they were like auditioning me. And it was brutal. It was not a great performance. Song to get me psyched up before a gig. Sometimes before a gig, I'll have this one playlist, and I just labeled it Road Trips. And it's usually like what me and my girlfriend scream when we're like going on a road trip somewhere. And it has songs like Tongue Tied and Mr. Brightside by the Killers. And it's just one of those good vibes only. That's what I would probably play. A lot of Jeremy Zucker's music, I think, inspires me in a way that no other artist does. And I honestly think it's because he shows how much simplicity really, truly does matter. And I think there's a lot of times that people go into writing sessions and everyone thinks they need to write this insane record with, so much production and so much going on. And sometimes, like, silence is some of the most impactful moments in a song. I would say I am most proud of You Broke Me First. Honestly, just because when you have a good experience from start to finish with a song, I think you just love it in general. And sometimes it's like a brutal session, a writing session that just went horribly, and then it leaves you a bitter taste in your mouth, no matter if the song's amazing or not. But You Broke Me First, I think the whole journey through it was really fun and super chill. And then it just ended up, connecting with people, which is all a songwriter can really ask for. My favorite song to play live when I did go on tour was All My Friends Are Fake. And it was just funny to see the people in the audience get so into it. But I honestly only got to play 7 cities, so I just am so excited to get back out there. There's a lot of songs on YouTube that I released that are very personal and have a lot more of a, deeper understanding of me as a person. A lot of the songs I've released, on Apple Music and Spotify, I feel like are very only about one story, and that doesn't necessarily mean me as a person. A lot of my music I feel like I take from either building a story out or a character or making something up completely from a real emotion. Therefore, I feel like sometimes it doesn't super define me as a person just because I feel like it's like a whole nother creation. But a lot of my stuff on YouTube I used to post was literally my straight diary. So. A dream collab right now would be SZA. It's probably SZA or The Weeknd, and also The Weeknd's full album is my favorite thing ever. Save Your Tears or Snow Child. I felt like his entire album just felt like a cinematic masterpiece, and I wanted to listen to it every single second this summer. I really love SZA's All the Stars, and Good Days is really good as well. I feel like she can't really miss on her songs. She has bangers, a lot of bangers. I don't even know what raving is. I haven't left my house in a year. I feel like anytime I listen to a Travis Scott song, everyone just wants to mosh pit. It could be because I've seen his documentary 3 times, or it could be because that's the only thing people play at parties or anything, so.